Hey, what is up? So, we're gonna do the story of Dr. Wendell, and I'm gonna show you how to defeat the Mant, plus 2 extras that you will find towards the end, so don't forget to stay and see where they are. So we're gonna make some beefy fuzz on the rocks. We're gonna need some of that, you know, it heals us faster. The beefy is definitely a lot better than the normal. And we're just gonna head over to the shed. We're going under the shed to be exact. I'm going to show you one of the faster ways to get to the lab.
Let's see what's around here.
So we already defeated the Black Widow. She only spawns 1 time. I already did that in my live stream right here on YouTube.
Very nice. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's fast.
So now it is empty. So in the lab there are a couple of stories, a couple of pictures. You should definitely check it out to see more of the story. You do have some bugs in between here that you have to fight off. And of course, a lot of folders, a lot of info. You can just pause the video and read through it if you want.
Countless migraines. I'm so shriveled now I can barely walk. And the true origin of raw science? Ooh, an enigma. A mystery box with no lid. I don't think I have much longer. It's hard to think straight. I am so tired. I have only one option that remains. One last toss of the proverbial dice. Commence Project Mant. Project Mant is nearing completion. The first good news in as long as I can remember. Perhaps my previous failures have all led to this point. Wendepunkt, my defining moment. This new body will allow me to continue my research. I've created a super scientist. My checklist is complete. Consciousness transfer procedures will now begin. What's this? Brainwave functions are spiking. Impossible! Ah! Blasted hominid tick! Turn it off! Turn it off!
And here comes the fight with the Mant. We're using level 9 spears with the mint effect on it. And you will just tear through the Mant.
Mark that one off the list. That was refreshing.
All you have to do is open up a couple of doors. Then you will be in Dr. Wendell's lab.
You may have defeated my Mant, but you and your eminent paymasters will never get their hands on the embiggening cocktail. I'll take that secret to my grave. To my grave! The watched becomes the watcher. What? No! How can this be? Where is the override? Well, here I am, Wendell Tully in all his glory. Sure, not who I expected. My apologies for all of that. I thought you were agents of Ominent. Come for me at last. How should I know what guise Schmechter's agents would come shrouded in? The subterfuges of your ilk know no limits. Still, you do seem a bit young to be in the employ of Ominent. Oh, what have I done? It may have been Schmechter and his corporate goons that pulled the switch, but it is still my invention and my responsibility. To think that you have been caught up in all of this. Your children, not much older than my Sarah or Thor. Oh, what has become of me? Threatening death to children. But also, what are you doing here? Well, that's fair. I have no doubt terrible things have brought you here. Terrible things that are undoubtedly my fault. I never meant to hurt anyone. I don't deserve it, but I hope one day you can forgive me. Speaking of forgiveness, please excuse my shriveled appearance. This blasted raisin has taken its toll on my body. My support pod is the only thing keeping me from drying out completely. Like the grape set out in the sun, the body shrivels, withers, desiccates, becoming a husk of what was once a living being. In essence, what you see here before you, in all its unholy glory, the withered man. Well, if you will allow me to check your scabby. You've been in the yard for months. You should be well raisined by now. Nothing in my research has shown that there is any immunity to it, and yet here you are. Perhaps it is that your youthful bodies are more resistant than others. Likely, this is why Ominent was experimenting on children to begin with, which means... Did Schmechter find a cure? No, that would be beyond anyone's ability, I think. Damn, as much as I loathe the man, I must admit that Schmechter is brilliant in his own way, though his methods can be quite distasteful. We cannot rule out the possibility that he has done it. Could that mean there is hope for me? When the raisoning became too much, I realized I had to find a cure before it was too late. I hid here, away from the eyes. So many prying eyes. Ominent has always wanted to steal my work. They would never admit its worth and greatness, and yet they would always take it. Especially Schmechter. I have made many mistakes in my life. Countless, really. But one that I will never make again is to allow my discoveries to fall into the hands of that corporation. If I must die for it, so be it. As you can see, my body has withered away. I created the Mant to be used as a temporary body so that I could continue my work. But I never imagined the insect's instincts would remain, let alone gain sentience. I lost control almost immediately. As always, my greatest successes are followed by the greatest failures. Wendell Tully, husband, father, scientist. He succeeded only in the end. My greatest regret, if only there was something I could do to reverse time. Some sort of time machine. The science seems quite clear it would be impossible, and yet I never thought that covalent spacing reduction could be a reality. If more science would be applied, the time-space continuum. If one found more. But I digress. You see, even if I went home now, my family wouldn't recognize me. Trudy would not see the man she married. My children would be repulsed by the bag of skin that speaks with the voice of their father. Home. Oh, yes, yes, of course. Home. Your parents must be worried. So very worried. The process is not difficult. You will simply need to brew an embiggening cocktail at the Java-matic machine. The embiggening process is extremely taxing on living subjects. You'll need enough nutrients and proteins to survive the expansion to your original size. We use the embiggening cell to regulate this expansion by way of the secret cocktail. The ingredients in the cocktail, like the keratin in toenails, fortify the skeletal structure as it grows. Unfortunately, there is this small issue of overexpansion. If the subject grows too quickly, they are prone to overexpansion, or in layman's terms, they explode. To counter this, sustained infusions of carbon dioxide gas must be added to the mixture. Fortunately, I found a secret ingredient that works perfectly in this regard. Grilled science. Grilled science! Raw science represents the essence of ingenuity, but thrown over the coals of fire, it is tempered by flame, tamed by Burgle's spatula, and emerges as something greater, plump and juicy. Grilled science. It reminds me of the barbecues we once had in our backyard. Oh, Trudy, Sarah, Thor. The last of the grilled science is in the refrigerated storage room over there.
Now we're going to get the grilled science that we will use in a different video.
Are you ready to go? We're good. Good. Then we have everything we need to proceed. I promise I will get you home. I may have failed my own children, but I will not fail you. Oh, from the mouths of babes. Yes, you may be right. It might not be too late for me. But what is most important is getting you home. We need to head to the Java-matic machine in the upper yard. There we can blend the embiggening cocktail needed to run the spacer safely. I'm opening the back door for you. I will follow close.
And in the lab where Wendell is, you will find a piece of paper and you will get 3 items unlocked. And then when you go farther up the way out on the shelf, you will find the Wendell figurine. Now you can make the Wendell figurine and just put it somewhere in your base. And now you'll notice you have some bugs that have an antenna sticking out of it. Those are ORCs from Dr. Schmechter. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. And if you are new here, please leave a sub. It really does help out. And don't forget to stick towards the end and see where we have to go for the next video.
I'm being cooked.
So this is where we have to go. We have to defeat Dr. Schmechter first. We'll do that in a separate video that will come really soon.
I concur.
So have fun and hope to see you very soon. And don't forget, I do live streams right here on YouTube. So have fun.